it's been a roller coaster almost. Just the elation of making the team and then getting home and everybody's congratulating you, and it's been absolutely amazing. I've been blessed with the opportunity that I've had and blessed with the people that I've been around.
Digby's training has been focused around speed and acceleration drills along with weightlifting. And he says it's crazy to think about the progress he's made in such a short amount of time with his coach, DJ Michael.
At the beginning of the year, I would have never guessed that it was going this way. It didn't start off very well at all. And right now we're running at the best we've ever run, and I feel the best I've ever felt. And we feel like there's still more to come. So we feel like we're going to be faster in Rio than we were at trials, and that's the goal right now.
I think it's his work ethic that really kind of separates him. He works extremely hard, and he's got a great head on his shoulders, and I think that kind of stems from his family. He's got great family support, great community support that kind of helps push him along.
This is the McCree family. After having twins Remy and Quinn, Diane and Dennis found out they were pregnant with Ben. But a routine ultrasound brought about a concern they weren't expecting.
He has kidney disease. When I was 16 weeks pregnant with him, we had a routine ultrasound and found he had cysts on his kidneys.
After he was born, Ben started seeing a specialist and went through testing. It wasn't until January of 2015 that Ben's kidney function deteriorated to just 15%. They then went to Cincinnati Children's Hospital to start the transplant process. And it was during that time that they were referred to Make-A-Wish.
We're hoping to do our trip before he went on the transplant list, and they were awesome. They put it together, and by August we went on our trip, so they put everything together in a short amount of time.
The McCrees went to Cocoa Beach in August, a trip they say was something to look forward to in a stressful time.
It gives you time to be just a normal family, away from all of that, and just all that time to spend together with no worries.
Within a few short months after their Wish trip, a donor came through and Ben had his kidney transplant on December 1st. Reporting in West Toledo, Danielle Dwyer, WTOL 11.
Last November, I shared the story of the Staum family, a loving family of 5 who used their love of Ohio State to help them get through some very trying times, like when their oldest child, Cayman, was diagnosed with hydrocephalus, an accumulation of fluid on the brain that can cause brain damage, making surgery inevitable and trips to Mott's Hospital routine. But the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry has kept them in good spirits, along with Cayman's fight and progress. And this time, her progress has led to help others.
It's a big day for Cayman Staum.
I'm getting my haircut.
While a haircut for most seems routine, for Cayman, it's a big deal. You see, from the time she was born until she was 2 years old, Cayman underwent 17 surgeries, 10 of those on her brain. So haircuts, as Cayman knew them, were the surgeons shaving her head, prepping her for surgery. But that all came to an end back in 2010.
Her last shunt revision was in August of 2010. So for 6 years, her hair has just been growing, and it's been kind of a representation of the 6 years of health and stability she's had.
But it's not just that she's getting her hair cut professionally. She's doing much more.
Other kids don't get hair because I help them get hair.
She's donating her hair, making this haircut extra special for her and her family.
Her hair has nerve endings to my heart. Every time I comb it, brush it, I think about those 6 years and what we've had, and so I want to celebrate that by giving back.
As her mom, Kristen, says, her hair is a sign of her strength and her health, and they hope it'll do the same to whoever receives it.
I think we hope that we give them something happy to feel in a time that's hard for them. Let them know that they're supported, they're not alone. You know, it takes a community to keep the ship floating, and that's what we want to do.
Sharing in the special day with the Staums is Jessie Rosebrook. She wasn't just the only person to give Cayman her only professional haircut, but also knows what it's like to face adversity.
I have brain cancer, and I've been battling it for 9 years. I've had 2 brain surgeries, and I'm actually on chemo right now, but I feel really good, and I just I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for every day we get.
While Jessie hasn't lost her hair during her fight, she knows how important this day is to Cayman.
It means a lot. She's just a miracle. And it's just really cool to see what she's accomplished and how far she's come. And it's just really cool to be a part of it all.
We actually had a daughter who was special needs, and we are an ice skating hockey family, so we wanted to find a program that would teach her how to ice skate, and that's where it started.
That's how Bill and Terry Himmel brought this nationwide adaptive ice skating program to Toledo. It's a 26-week program that starts in the fall. Over 60 volunteers work with more than 30 stars, teaching them to skate and putting together the end of the season show. For first-year star Brent Kieween, his routine is simple.
I do my high, my spin, and that's it.
It's called sled hockey, a concept ASPO Executive Director Lisa Followay says benefited her son and made her want to share it with other people.
So I saw how much power there was in adaptive sports, and my vision since I started the organization in 2009 was to make sure that other people with disabilities in Ohio had the opportunity to experience the same benefits that he did.
Whether it's a mild or significant disability, Followay says their equipment is the equalizer and all are welcome to join.
Even if we only introduce it to one person each year, it's very exciting for me to be able to impact their lives in such a positive way.
The team competes from September to April across Ohio, neighboring states, and even Canada. And regardless of their age or experience, team members say it's a great opportunity to meet people and stay active.
It's really great to just be able to get out with people with disabilities and play competitively at a level that is completely even.
It's a story you'll see only here on WTOL 11.
When you think about January 15th, what comes to your head?
It's just a life-changing day and not for the good, I would say.
January 15th, 2016. Janelle says she got a text from fellow student athlete Chris Housel about a house party at his off-campus home, asking her if she wanted to come over.
So I get there and I don't drink, and so I always go there as a self-proclaimed DD, and then, hang out while I'm there.
Janelle says she wasn't even at the party an hour when the night took a turn for the worse.
He took air freshener and he was trying to light that on fire, and I told him stop it, you're an idiot, you're gonna catch the house on fire basically.
But Housel didn't stop.
He was walking towards me and he had a candle, kind of like this big lit candle in his hand, and he was down to his side. I guess he was carrying the bottle of Everclear. The next thing I know, he poured it onto the candle and I was on fire. That's all I remember.
She says she heard people screaming, "Stop, drop, and roll." Her clothing engulfed in flames until a friend stepped in and ripped her shirt off to help, while others used a blanket to put out the fire.
I felt like my body just kind of not necessarily melting away, but kind of just feeling everything closing in, and I just felt like I was being suffocated. So I was conscious the entire time. I remember trying to scream and not being able to.
Janelle was taken by ambulance to the burn unit at Mercy St. Vincent. Over 50% of her body was now covered in second and third degree burns.
The ones up here on my chest and were the deepest, and my neck, and they were concerned about those a lot. They said that if I probably would have burned for seconds longer, I would have died.
But it wasn't until she was home from the hospital, trying to resume everyday life, that the reality of what happened really sank in.